Sanitizer. Hello. If each of you would unmute, you press the red microphone. Okay, I can hear Jennifer Becerril. How do you pronounce your last name?
Becerril.
Becerril, okay. Each of you raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, Mr. Castillo, this is for non-payment of rent?
Maybe.
Okay, why are you evicting her?
Well, because she hadn't paid the rent for 1 month and half of another month. And I had sent the girl that helps me to collect the rent a lot of times. And she would tell me she was going to come to the office and pay it. And she wouldn't come, and she'd give us a runaround, in other words.
Okay.
Finally, I told my secretary, tell her that if she's not more serious with us, then or I'm going to have to file for an eviction. And so I did the eviction procedure the 23rd of September, and she came by and paid the rent on the 25th, which is okay. I didn't charge her the late fees, but by then I had already paid the court fee. And I told her, you're going to have to pay the court fee now because you kind of forced me to do this. So she said she wasn't going to do that. And furthermore, Judge, she's already behind in the October rent. That's my explanation.
You have a response?
All right, sir. The reason that I haven't paid the October rent is not because I don't have the money. It's because since he evicted me, I don't know if I'm gonna need that money to move because I have 2 kids, you know. And the reason I didn't pay the rent is because when I was at Motel 6 working, they had me for a full time and then they changed me to part time when the COVID started. They changed me to working three days a week, so I couldn't pay all my bills. So I told Sylvia to wait for me, that I was gonna give her partial payments, which I did do. I gave her $100 and I gave her $150, then I gave her $200. And this time I told her that I had gotten a new job because I wanted to look for a new job so that I could have my full time to pay. And that's what I did, sir. I went ahead and got my job for full time and I paid the money. I mean, I know it was kind of late. By the time that I already paid for it, he had already submitted me for court. But I have my rent to pay. I have the money. It's just that I don't want to go through it again, you know, where I'm like struggling to get a place for my kids. That's all I wanted him to understand. I tried to get some help through some programs. I went to EP Rent Help, something like that. It's a website. And I explained to them that before everything happened, before I told Sylvia, I'm going through this and I'm gonna have a hard time to pay. There's this program that they told me if you join, because you have to submit the landlord's information, they can pay my rent for 3 months and I can go ahead and not be late. But she said that she couldn't because it was a lot of things that they were requiring from the landlord. So that's why I got behind. I mean, I had already given her a heads up since before it happened, you know, sir. I didn't just mean to do it like that. It's just that it took me a little bit to get a job.
What about the court cost?
The court cost, I told her that it depended how much it was because I don't have that money, you know. Basically, I'm just trying to get caught up in all my bills, sir. I have my light bill too behind, a lot of other bills, you know. So that's why I didn't want to pay that bill because I mean, I told her to wait for me. I told her I don't want to, I'm about to be 3 years in my address, sir, and I don't mean to move anytime soon, you know. I just told her to wait for me a little bit while I would get that job, you know. And I understand that they try to look for me, but the thing is that the job that I have right now, I don't have a set schedule, sir. I work 3 shifts. So either I could be from 7 to 3, from 3 to 11, or from 12 through 8 a.m. So that is why I sometimes I'm not available.
How much is the monthly rent?
It's $535.
Judge, can I say something?
Sure.
I don't want to evict her. I feel sorry for her, and I don't like doing what I'm doing. And I wasn't going to evict her. I just told her I would work with her to pay this late fee because I didn't cause this late fee, the court cost. And she's very hard to get a hold of, but I'm not. I have an office and I have a phone number, and she can keep up with me. And like I said before, I don't want to evict her. I feel sorry for her, and I feel sorry for all these people that are going through all of this. So if there's any way she can arrange with me and give me payments or whatever she wants, I'll be glad to keep her on, Judge. I just wanted to say that.
Mr. Riel, you understand that, you know, he was required to file suit because he hadn't received the rent. Now, I know you said you told the girl Sylvia that you're going to be late, but unless you know, communicate with them and work something out, you know, they're in the dark. And so when they filed, that was out of a last that was his only alternative. So he had to file. And so it's like he said, he didn't want to file to incur the court costs, but for your actions. He's willing to work with you, but you need to keep in contact with him. You know, you can't wait, you know, you can't just sit back and say, well, they didn't contact me. You've got to take a proactive approach, particularly in these times, and contact your landlord and say, listen, I can't pay you now, but I propose this, I can do this, I can do certain things. And I think Mr. Castillo is a reasonable man, and he'll work with you. But if he hears nothing from you, he has no alternative but to file suit.
Yes, sir, I understand. I just didn't want to come through without anything in my hands, you know, without no payment or anything. I just didn't feel it was the right thing to do at the same
I'm
time.
not gonna file an eviction. I'm gonna deny it. But, you know, Mr. Castillo is being very reasonable. And you don't want to be back here again, because I'm not going to be as lenient as I am now. And likewise, he's not either. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
you need to work out something with him for payment of those court costs. Maybe I'm sure he'll agree to spread it out over time, but you just can't say, I'm not going to do it. You've got to work with him.
All right, sir. I will.
Okay. Any other questions?
No,
I
sir.
just want to thank you, Judge. I think that's really what I want to do. I'm a Christian person, and I'll wait for her. But she does have to get a hold of me, because it's real hard for me to get a hold of her.
Okay, keep in contact with Mr. Castillo, okay?
Yes, sir. I will. I'll give him a call afterwards.
Do you have his contact information?
I have the apartment for the number for the apartments.
Mr. Castillo, is that the number you wanted to call?
Yes, sir. Sylvia's here, my operator's here. I'll be watching carefully this situation. Like I said before, I feel sorry for anybody that I have to do this. I don't do it very often. It's just when they just push me around, and then I have to do what I have to do. But I'll work
Right.
with her.
Right, I agree. He's doing it out of necessity. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for working with each other.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judge.
sir. Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
In the meeting.